Hi, my name is Shantanu, and I'm a developer advocate at Zencoder. In this video today, we'll be exploring how to use Zenflow with Salesforce. We'll be using an open source repository called Dreamhouse, implementing a very small feature, and let Zenflow do the magic and deploy that directly to Salesforce. So let's get this rolling. I have an open source repository on my system right now. I have opened the project in Zenflow. And as you can see on the screen, there are a few options you can navigate from: quick change, fix a bug, spec and build, and full SDD workflow. If you're looking for a small, quick change that you need to do on your repository, you can use the first one. If you have a bunch of bugs that you want the agent to essentially fix it for you, you can use the fix a bug feature. And then you have a spec and build. If you have a dedicated spec and you want to build a POC, you can use this. And if you want to explore the entire SDLC lifecycle, a dedicated spec-driven development, so you can use this specific workflow. We already have a webinar that has happened specifically on this one. You can go to our YouTube channel and check that out. So coming to the Salesforce one, I'm using the open source repo called Dreamhouse, which is a simple real estate project built on top of Salesforce. So our objective today using Zenflow is to essentially build a very small swimming pool filter, and the agent will do the magic for us, implement all the things that are there behind the scene, and will help us raise a PI. So let's get this started. The first step that I would do is select the one that I want. I want to have a very quick change. I'll click on start. I'll have a pop-up. I just have a name. So let's say implement a simple property filter. The next job is to describe the task in detail on what you want the agent to do. So I'll say add a property filter or tag for swimming pool. So once that's done, you have an option to essentially auto start steps once the first step is successfully executed. I also have the option to enable multiple agents at a time, but for now, I'm just using Zencoder. If you have Cloud Code, Codex, or Gemini, you can easily use them as well. So I'm just selecting Zencoder. I'll use this default Zencoder agent, and I'll go ahead and click on create and run. So now once create and run is executed, the agent will start planning out what needs to be implemented, go through the entire code base, figure out what changes need to be done, and then get it done on your behalf. Let's give it a few minutes and let the agent do the magic. So as you can see, the agent is going through my code base, understanding where it needs to be implemented, and figuring out all the nitty-gritties of the Salesforce application. And after that, you'll have multiple steps that will the agent create itself, and will keep on executing it, and will also run the test cases relevant to the swimming pool filter that we have implemented. I have good news. The agent has successfully implemented the swimming property filter, and all the tests have successfully passed. The next step would be to merge it. We can create a PR directly from here, merge it to the main branch, and navigate it based on the status of the task. We have successfully implemented the swimming filter into our Salesforce application. The next step would be to essentially deploy the filter to Salesforce. I mean, it's a simple checkbox, but we'll see in action deploying that directly to our Salesforce instance. So what I did as the next step is let the agent know, deploy this to the Salesforce instance. My Salesforce CLI was already connected to my system. What next happened was directly push the code to Salesforce. I'll just quickly share my screen. This is my Dreamhouse project, the Salesforce project has. At this corner, you can see there's a checkbox for swimming pool. We don't have any native data as of now, but this is how it looks and how easy it is to implement any specific Salesforce application feature using Zenflow. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.